Hello there, my sweet friends. Welcome back. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing some DIY planter ideas. So for the most part, these are Dollar Tree planter ideas, recycle planter ideas. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know, what are you currently planting or what are you excited to plant this year? You're watching a planter video, so what kind of plants do you have some plants, or what do you want to plant? Is there a plant you want to get in the future? Let me know down below in the comments. I am still loving this hibiscus. We had a couple really rainy, cloudy days, and I think it loved all the humidity because it is just blooming so beautifully now. Anyway, let's get into today's video.
Let's jump right in with our first one here. Taking a glass vase from the Dollar Tree. The stickers are such a pain to get off, so I recommend if you just soak them for like 5 minutes in some cold water, the stickers wipe right off. It's amazing. Just try it. This is just so much better than trying to peel the stickers off. Soak it in the water and they wipe right off. I'm gonna spray paint it with this kind of tan color that I have, and I also picked up some of these little mini flower pots from the Dollar Tree. I also picked up some of these iron-on transfers, and this is where the project will get a little bit interesting. I thought that these gold flower designs were so pretty, and I wanted to try to use them for something. To be honest, I think when I picked them up, I don't know if I noticed that they were iron-on and not rub-on transfers, so I cut out each piece once my little planter was dry, and I had my iron on kind of like a low to medium setting. And wear gloves if you need to do this. Don't let your kids do this. You have to be super safe and careful doing it. However, it worked, so I want to share it with you guys because I do really like how mine turned out, just to kind of give you an idea, and you'll just have to kind of keep in mind and see if this is going to work for you or not. But the iron actually worked really well. I just needed to press it down for like maybe 15 seconds or so, just gently kind of rubbing it on top of the little transfer there, and then I took the iron off of it and took paper towel and just finished like rubbing it the rest of the way just to make sure it dried and stuck on there and adhered well. And then I was able to pull off the little backing, and for the most part they worked out really well. I know the intended use is doing this on fabric, so you're much better off if you can just find some rub-on transfers in Dollar Tree, but since I only had the iron on, I decided to give it a try. All in all, it worked out pretty well. I'm gonna put a little potted plant inside of it and use this as a little decorative vase. So let's add some feet on the bottom. It's your choice if you want to paint them or not, but those little flower pots, we're gonna flip 3 of them upside down and glue them on here and make some legs for our planter. I actually wanted to stain the little planter legs, and I just mixed in a little bit of this brown acrylic paint in with some water and basically created my own little wood stain just to give them a little bit of color. And look how cute this turned out. I did use a good bit of glue on the inside, like around the top of those flower pots, to use them for the feet, but it came out super cute. Now for the next one, we're gonna go ahead and take 3 of those same round glass fish bowls from Dollar Tree. Same thing, soak off your little stickers from the bottom. So I actually forgot to record the part where I glued 3 of these vases together with some E6000 glue. You could do it with hot glue if you want, but definitely something stronger like E6000 is going to give you a much better hold. Once that was dry, you want to let it cure for at least 24 hours. I actually left mine for a few days, and then I painted it over with some white paint. I used chalk paint, and then I came in with this fast dry lightweight spackle and covered the entire thing, and then let that dry for another 24 hours. And once it was fully dry, I was able to just kind of sand it all down, use some sandpaper or whatever you have. I actually just had one of these little like pedicure scrubby things. I had some extra ones laying around, so I used that, but use some sandpaper, just kind of lightly sand it down, get it smooth, and then you can go ahead and coat the whole thing over with some Mod Podge if you want to seal it on there. I actually used a waterproof sealer, the dishwasher safe Mod Podge, just to give it like, you know, more of a waterproof seal. And I'm going to use this to put one of my plants in here and just let it be a water catcher, but it would also be just beautiful also as a piece of decor on a bookshelf or something like that. Moving on for the next one, I'm taking one of these clear vases from the Dollar Tree, one of these cylinder vases, and they also have this metal ribbon, which is really cool. So they had it in a few different varieties. I'm showing you guys two of the styles that they had here. And I'm using a bit of glue to glue this metal ribbon on around the base of that cylinder vase. Now I did 3 of them high, totally up to you how many you want to do. I do recommend that you kind of spread your hot glue out so it's not all in one thick strip of glue, because you don't want a lot of the glue coming through the metal ribbon there. You want it to kind of be pretty, you know, like as flat behind the metal ribbon as possible. And then once I got that on there, I spray painted the whole thing white, and then came in and touched it up and decorated it and embellished my planter vase here with some gold fabric paint. The puffy paint is just so easy to work with. However you want to do it will work. I add some flowers in here, and here is how this beautiful DIY vase turned out. Now for the next one, we have a cheese ball container here out of the recycle bin to recycle. If you don't eat cheese balls, you can potentially get one of these from a friend, a family member, a neighbor, maybe someone else who eats them. Ask them to save their recycle for you. Peel the sticker off of here. It was a little bit challenging. If you have trouble getting off all of the glue residue, you can always use a little bit of the Glue Gone to get that off, which Dollar Tree does sell as well. However, I was pretty much able to get the majority of mine off just using some plain old soap and water and my Scrub Daddy sponge. So got all of that off, and once it was dry, I decided to spray paint mine with some gloss white indoor outdoor spray paint. And then I also let that dry, and then I felt like it needed a little something else, so I took some gold acrylic paint and painted that on a little ring around the top and the bottom just to kind of bring it out and accent it a little bit. We popped some Spanish lavender in here. Don't forget to drill your holes in the bottom, and you can also add in some rocks for drainage, but this would also be really nice if you wanted to add in some herbs. Now we're moving on for the next one. I love this one. It's so easy and really super cheap and affordable, and I love how it turned out. I have these by our front door. So I picked up 2 of these black bowls from Dollar Tree along with 2 of these planters as well, and the black and the copper, I just felt like it kind of coordinated well together. Starting to do multiple holes, and then I realized that the thing that made the most sense was to kind of do like one large hole in the middle of this, and then one large hole in the middle of that black and copper one, and then line those 2 holes up together and use a very generous amount of hot glue. I use the hot glue and mine are working, but like I said, I used it on high heat, and I did use a generous amount of hot glue around the edges there to really, and I pressed them together really, really well until the glue was dry. So mine seemed to be holding together great. And then I added a little bit of rocks in the bottom just to make sure that the water could drain out without all of the soil like either packing and clogging the drain hole, or although soil all just rinsing out the bottom every time I water my plants. These are really great for a deck, a patio, or even like front door, home decor for spring and summer. These are just a beautiful addition, and I love how they dress up the space. And of course, you can totally customize it with whatever kind of colors you do. And if you want to, you could always spray paint these if you want them to be a different color. Now moving on for the next one, I'm taking one of these little cardboard cylinder boxes and just remove the lid. For now, we're going to take a little bit of this adhesive pearl wrap, also from Dollar Tree, and cut this off. It's like a nice big sticker sheet. You can just use it to completely wrap the outside of this little box, and then go ahead and coat the whole thing with some dishwasher safe Mod Podge. It just gives it like a nice waterproof protection, and you can go ahead and do 2 or 3 coats if you want to. We're going to turn this into a little bit of a planter, but for an air plant. So we're not going to need to actually water the plant that's in here. We're simply going to need to just like mist it with some water, and just basically, yeah, you just mist water on an air plant. Let me know down below, have you guys ever had an air plant before? Do you like air plants? I was actually able to pick up some locally here because we are in Florida, but you can definitely order some on Amazon, and you can also get them, I believe, in like Home Depot or Lowe's as well, and maybe even on Etsy. Air plants are just really fun because if you kind of forget to take care of your plants, all you need to do is mist them with a little bit of water occasionally, and that's all there is to it. I put some rocks in here to basically just give a place to put my air plant, kind of anchor it in and hold it there, and stand it up on. Now you can use the lid as a little riser if you want to. Just gives it a nice pretty look, but I think it looks really pretty with or without using the lid underneath. Just a little different texture and interest. Be sure to let me know down below which one of these planters was your personal favorite, and if you think you might recreate any of these, which one you'd want to make. Another idea for a planter is constructing a simple box like this one with some untreated wood. And personally, I did not build these, but I did find them from someone on Facebook who had some untreated old wood laying around, and he assembled some planters. And so I purchased the 2 planters that he made for a very reasonable price, and they are perfect. I've got some yellow squash I just planted in there. And of course, my kale here is totally ready to pick. I added some onions in between, and it's just doing amazing. But definitely consider trying making them on your own, or even, like I said, check Facebook Marketplace, because there's a lot of people who will also make wooden planters and even sell other pots and things like that you might be able to get somewhat of a secondhand situation and save a bit of money that way.
So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, consider giving this video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you're new here. It's completely free. I would love to have you click the subscribe button down below. And also leave me a comment, like I said, letting me know what you are excited to plant, or what do you have growing at your home right now. As always, wishing you a beautiful day. I will see you guys soon in a new video. Bye!